Okay, so it's time. Let's start. Hi, everybody. This is Max Lawrence, ORO ONE. I hope you can hear me. Please give me a sign that you can hear me just in case. All right, Lily, thank you very much. All right. And yes, I am glad to see everyone here. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Appreciate it. And today is our specialized seminar regarding the leadership program. Leadership program is one of the most exciting things that we have in our marketing program in ORO ONE. So please listen carefully. I know it might be a little bit complicated, but we're here to learn. And yeah, as you guys are all leaders, we would like you to progress and definitely make good use of this program, which we offer. The slides that I will be showing you are just a draft, actually, and this is just for tests. Since this is a pilot seminar, we will present you the material and get your feedback and see how we put it together later into more understandable materials and animations and all kinds of things. So I apologize for the simplicity, but I will go through all of the points, and we'll make sure that you understand by the time we're done, you understand how leadership program works, at least to some extent. And if you don't, then we'll do it again. So anyway, besides the standard bonus program in ORO ONE, which is the active income, it's written here in the middle. The active income, when you physically close your matrices, the matrices of your partners directly near you, and you get movement in your matrices. This is the actual income that comes from your direct work. We have the so-called leadership program. Leadership program means being a leader, you have to have the status of a leader. And there, the income is, so to say, passive compared to the actual work in the matrices. What it means passive? Passive means that you don't necessarily have to work directly on the matrices that are closing to get income, which is really nice, because we all have different situations in life. Sometimes you want to take a break, sometimes you run out of power, energy, you don't have anybody else to invite, or some of your people stop working. But for the fact that you have worked before, the company gives you the reward of providing you the passive income, which will stay with you, for the rest of your active time in ORO ONE. Okay, just to summarize, the income coming from the leadership program is coming from the turnover, which is created in your structure. Somewhere down below, you are a leader certain level, 1, 2, 3, 5. We have up to 15. I'll be explaining that later in our slides. Somewhere downstairs, low below, no matter how far down, maybe 100 levels down in your structure, a matrix closes. You are entitled to get reward for that, a bonus. And we will talk about the details later. So again, one more comment here, how the payments and in orders work in ORO ONE, just to reiterate a little bit. The compensation which you get, let's say 540 euros and something like that, is split into two parts. 85% of that goes into the gold purchase, which is the direct bonus that you get, which you get in gold as your or any other partner's earnings. And 15% of that, the reason why you don't get 540 when you earn 540 is exactly that. It's the leadership program that we're going to talk about right now. And what it means is that the company, how to say it, motivates the leaders with those 15%, the leaders above the person who had done some work, who had earned the direct bonus. It motivates and it shows its gratitude to the leaders who brought that person to that ability to be able to close that matrix. And those 15% are divided among the leaders, who are above any certain matrix. All right, let's go. First of all, let's talk about how we should think about the leadership program, how you first of all get, how you qualify for the leadership program. There are certain conditions to access the leadership program. When you start from the beginning, you're a regular partner, client, a regular participant, you don't have the leader status. To become a leader, first of all, you need to do it only once in your whole lifetime of your working life with the company, right? So you become the leader once, and there's no way back. Nobody's gonna unless you do something really bad for the company or something like that, nobody's going to downgrade you from being a leader. If you're leader one, you can only go up, which is really nice. All of your success, all of your numbers are being, added up, and they go up as you are going through your leader career. You only need to enter the program once. Also, imagine it like there are 4 different doors through which you can get to the same result. So some of you are in the silver program, some of you are in the gold program, maybe some of you are in the platinum already, palladium, hopefully for sure in the future. So you can become a leader once and for all, forever, through any one of those doors, no matter which one. And once you go through one of those doors, through the silver, gold, and then the other 2, then you're automatically qualified for the rest of them. I mean, you don't have to qualify once again, or each time for the leaders program. It's the same as we were saying, you only need 2 direct active partners to work with you. If you start from silver, let's say from the bottom, and you go 2 direct, and then they work, you grow, you become, and then both of you or 3 of you upgrade into the gold, and then into platinum, into palladium. You don't need 8 people. You don't need 8 direct people, for 2 for each program. You only need 2 at the beginning to be able to grow if everything goes well. And of course, that depends on you, on your striving and your success, on your dedication. So here's the same thing. You only become leader once. It doesn't matter in which program you become. It's all the same value. So if you become leader through silver, and you have your gold and platinum matrices also working, also getting income, you will be getting paid from them too. Though you have only become leader through silver, but it doesn't mean that you're only the silver leader, or only the gold leader, or only the platinum leader. That's how it works. So since you can get into the leadership program through the 4 doors, let me explain how the doors work. So in this case, if you are going through the silver program, what you need to do is you need to close 3 of your silver tables, silver matrices. You close. That means getting the bonus of 1,820 euros, 3 times 540, right? So you go through 1 full cycle, and 2 of your direct partners, any one of your 2 direct ones, you can have more, but if you get 2 of your direct ones, do the same, close 3 tables on their own, of their own. So here at the bottom, it says a total of 9 silver tables have to be closed, starting from you and branching off to your direct partners. Then you qualify as the leader through the silver program. That's it, you become a leader. Slightly different numbers for the gold program. So same thing, you go in the gold program, you close your matrix, right? First you receive just 1. Here, you don't need to do the whole 3, just 1 is enough. However, 2 of your direct people also need to do 1 each, 1 of the gold tables each, right? And on the 3rd level, the same have to do 2, both of their direct people each, everybody, right? So a total of 7. Your 2 direct ones, and on each side, their 2 direct ones, at 7 in total. Here it says, these slides we will give you later so that you have it for as a reference, because this is a good learning material. This is how the door through the gold program works. And next we got platinum. With platinum, the stakes are higher. So of course we have to, make it more affordable, and you become a leader if you just do 1 platinum matrix, and both of your direct people do 1 of their platinum matrices each. So 3 in total here for the platinum. And the same for palladium. Palladium, you close your palladium matrix, and then you help your 2 direct people close theirs, and you qualify as a leader through the palladium program. So these are the 4 doors here. I hope that that's pretty understandable. Don't confuse this one. In the picture, it shows 3, but actually in each one of them there is 3. So 3 times 3 is 9. So, for the simplicity, we did it like this, but it's 9, 7, 3, and 3. So going on, our leadership program in ORO ONE consists of 15 levels. Okay, when you start your level 0, you're nothing in terms of the leadership level. Once you qualify through one of those doors, as I have explained just now, you become leader level 1. Okay, so on the left here, you see the leaders level, from 1 to 15 all the way up. Then in the middle, you see the units. what these units mean is they are, how to say it, the total, gross total number of units that you will be accumulating through your leader's career as the matrices in your structures close. Might be a little bit hard to understand again. So once you qualify to be a leader, for each matrix that closes in your structure below, you get a certain amount of these bonus units. They are called bonus units. Let's say there's a chart later. It's kind of hard to say in the direct numbers because they're a bit complicated. They're not whole numbers, but we'll show you later. So let's say a matrix costs 5 units. So if you close 20 of them, 20 times 5, that's 100. That's how you go to level 2 from level 1, right? Okay, I'll explain this to you a bit later once again, because it might be a bit hard to understand. And I'll transition here to the numbers on the right. So this column with the numbers on the right is the price of a bonus unit, price in euros for the bonus unit that you get for closing, for having a matrix closed at a certain level, depends on where you are. So for example, if you're level 1 and you have a matrix closing and it costs 5 units, which of course it depends on the matrix. It closed 5 units, so we multiply 5 by 20. That means you get 100 for that certain matrix. But you know, the real numbers are different. We'll go through them later on in the material, but please think about it like this. So again, you can see, you know, from level 1 per unit, you get 20. When you're level 15, you get 75 per unit. What kind of a difference is that? You know, more than 3 times. Okay, so this is a bit hard to grasp, but I'll continue my explanation so that you guys can get used to it a little bit more. And here to the right, I have a little picture of, you know, the indication when you're a leader in the system. That's how it looks. You know, it says your leader level. Here it says 14, for example. Here's the goal, 1 million units. When you reach 1 million, you become level 15, right? And this is your current units right now, 825,000 something, right? So that's how it shows, how you know that you're a leader and you can see your progress, track your progress like this. All right, so let's go to the bottom of the slide, a little bit more explanation and text. Okay, like I've already said, for any closed table in the structure, no matter how deep, if you're a leader, if you have qualified as a leader, you receive bonus units. All the bonus units are being added up. They will always be adding up. No matter whether you have worked, whether you have stopped working, you will be always getting your these units adding up. Thus, you will be going up in your leader level. All right. Next, how we calculate the amount of leadership bonus units. You know, to know what we pay you for each matrix. So the amount of purchase, which is the turnover in your in a partner structure, gets divided by the constant of 500. That's mathematics. That's how we came up to the numbers that we need in order to correctly, adequately reward you. So I'll show you a little bit, you know, below how the numbers work exactly. So a turnover, let's say 1,000 divided by 100 of, by a constant of 500, you get 2 bonus units for a certain matrix. But the real numbers are a little bit different. Okay, I'm transitioning to the next slide. This is the real actual numbers that we use. A bit complicated again, might take a little bit of time to grasp, but we can go through this more and more. And yeah, of course, we can take questions and answers later through our support so that you get used to these things later. So this chart here is the real chart, which we use in ORO ONE. These are the real numbers that show you how much you get for what kind of matrix at whatever kind of level. For example, let's take silver, right? Oh, actually, no, let's take all of them. So I'll go again, explaining this chart from left to right. So leadership levels, this time they're reversed from 1 to 15, from top to bottom. Then the same numbers, these are the costs of 1 unit in euros. So if you're level 1, follow me, right? You got 20 per unit, 20 euros per unit. And for silver table, for a closed silver table, you get 0.9 units. That means 0.9 times 20, 18. You get 18 euros if you're leader level 1 and a silver matrix closes in your structure. Just 18 euros right away to you. You get it. That's your reward for being the leader. That's where it's, you know, that's why it's attractive. That's why everybody loves it. Next, same thing, gold, 3.57. Where do we get it from? From the, where it says the arrows in the bottom, right? So 1785 euros divided by the constant of 500. That means we need to give you 3.75 bonus units for any gold table that's closed in your structure. So when we times that 20, we get 71.4 euros. So that means if you're leader 1 at 20 euros per unit, you get 3.57 units. That means your bonus from that matrix, from that gold matrix that closed in your structure, is 71.4, and so on. You know, from left to right and from top to bottom in this chart. This is just simple multiplication. Where it comes from, you know, you can figure out by yourself, but this is how it works, right? Okay, let's continue. We will share this information again, like I said, for you to take a look at. Okay, more simple this time. Let's take leader level 5. You're a leader level 5. Again, at a unit, your cost is 40 euros. Okay, if a silver matrix closes at 0.9 times 40, 36. At gold, you see it's 142.8, then 560 in platinum, and 2000 at palladium. That's euros. That's your, for just a single matrix closed, you can get up to, you know, this much. How? Again, become a leader and start working in those programs, right? You see how numbers are, you know, slightly more fun to look at and definitely different from the regular tables. That's why we keep reiterating that the leadership program is actually the most delicious part of the work in ORO ONE. Everybody should try to become a leader, should strive for becoming a leader. It is responsibility. It is not just working locally with your direct matrices, going directly to sign up this or that person, you know, directly. You don't do that. As a leader, you don't do that. You delegate. You train team leaders, you train your, how to say, replicas, your helpers, your assistants. While being a leader, you train them how to correctly work with the people in the field while you're here watching over their work. That's how we motivate, you know, by these numbers and stuff like that. We motivate you to do that, to be in, you know, a leader and reap the results like we show you here. All right. Okay, so the mathematics is like that, except one more point. Well, first of all, let's get back to the idea that, you know, you have a rather large structure, and you know, as I said, the passive income, the way it works is you have done your leader's work, then you fall asleep one night, in the morning, your people did your work, you wake up and you get a nice amount of bonuses in the form of leader, you know, leader bonuses according to these tables. And like I said, that's a lot more attractive and a lot more, you know, exciting than to just be working directly with the tables. And what I have just told you about, you know, about leader 1 and leader 5 examples and all the other, no matter what, that direct calculation comes from the calculation that there are no more leaders below you. Let's say you're leader 5. If there are no more leaders below you, everybody else is just has got no leadership level. You will get those direct rewards. However, if you have a certain leader level and then there's somebody else below you who's your leader, then what happens is that you have to split that reward between you, which is fair because the leader below you also did the work. They are the leader, they have qualified, they have the right to receive it. So they'll give a part to you and they'll receive their cut. How it works is, let's get back to the chart here, for example. So if you're leader 2, that means for each unit, for each bonus unit, you got 25 euros. And if there is a leader 1 below you, they have to get 20 for each bonus unit. That means that you will only get the difference, which is 5, and they'll get the 20. Why? Because they are a younger leader that we have to support to motivate to work. And when you see, okay, my difference is not very big, I need to work more to become leader high level so that my difference grows bigger. Instead of 20, 25 minus 20, I can get, let's say, 30 minus 20, which is 10 or more. Let's say if you're leader 5 and your leader below you is, a leader below you is 20, then you get the difference in 20. So both of you get 20 per unit. And then again, in whichever program the matrix is closed, times that, you get your reward, right? So what you should strive for is to go as high in the leadership level as possible. Make sure there are leaders below you who do your work. But then if they get too close to you and you don't work enough, then they'll be, bumping you up from the bottom, getting most of the leadership bonuses. You'll still get yours. It's fine. If you don't want to work, or for some reason, if that's enough, you've done your job, you want to just enjoy quiet life with all the passive income that you have, that's also good. You'll still be getting it from them working, even if you're not doing anything. But if you're active, if you're doing something else, you'll go up in the leadership level. That means that gap will open up and you'll get your difference there. It's all written here in text, sort of, but I'm not going to concentrate on that too much because I've pretty much already talked about it. So again, this chart, that's the key, basically, yeah, the pattern according to which the leadership program works. Back here, here's the principle and the levels and how many units you need to reach to become a leader level next. And yeah, we've talked about the doors, how to get in there. So anyway, last thing to mention is that the rewards that you receive are the gold bars, which you can use, well, to get your, leader bonus or to use as the money in the system. So for the ORO One's web shop, that's the money that's completely usable. So you can use it in whatever way you usually do when you work with your structures partners and yeah, when you do your work in the system. So what about the fun stuff that comes with being a leader? Of course, the company rewards people for getting their levels. And here are, I'm not going to go through all of them, but here are the leadership awards. Sorry for the generic pictures. These are just, just the images of the gold bars, but you actually get real gold as your reward for becoming a leader, and you get recognized for that at company events and everything. This will actually be given to you when you visit next time, when we all can travel and we have company events, official events. You will actually be receiving that in front of everybody, in front of big audiences, right? Here it gets more fun a little bit. You get you can get a phone, you can get a computer, and even a trip if you go higher. And once you are level number 7 and up, you're considered to be a top leader of the company. So you get a special, top leader statuette, which is a nice bonus from the company, right? And you also will get your trips paid to company events, conferences, celebrations, and stuff like that. The company will cover that. From leader 7 and up, that's what you get, right? And yeah, as for the cruises, we still have to be looking forward to when they open and we can travel again, like I said. But every 6 months, the top 15 people, the top 15 most performing leaders will be taken on a cruise with the company leadership, with the company management, and yeah, just to have fun for a week or so, to work together, to to have conferences, figure out how we together develop the company further on. So these are the perks. And here are some more prizes for the top levels from 9 and up to 15. Yes, you can get even a BMW or a car of around that level, or you can get an education for your kid, or even a house. So here's all of my presentation so far. Again, to recap, please remember that there are conditions to become a leader in any one of the programs, like it says here. Your bonus units, your leadership units are being added up all the time. They're plussed, and the more you work, the higher you become. Here's the mathematics, how it's calculated and what you get for each matrix at each level, and how the difference works. So, okay, to wrap up, this is pretty much it. We'll be looking forward to your feedback, first of all. I don't have too much time to answer all of the questions right now because, you know, things might be complicated. You need to take a look at this and study. This will be like a textbook, actually, like a brochure that we will provide you so that you can actually realize and understand how it works. But please bear in mind that this is where most, you know, of the profit in the company is. It's not the direct matrices that you work with. Matrices are just level one. It's like, you know, like running on the ground. This is more like flying, almost aiming for the, you know, for the outer space. There are of course more further rewards that we will be developing with the company, and they'll be, you know, also exciting for you, as the company is always evolving and improving its program. But please make sure that you keep this in mind, the leadership program, and this is something that you have to you know, strive for. This is where the success lies. All right, so like I said, please give us feedback, and we will spread this information among us, among yourselves. Also, yeah, you can always ask support groups for all the materials and all the, how to say it, yeah, further information and explanations about how things work. And we will definitely have the same kind of seminars. If you haven't understood something, if you would like to ask, again, message me directly to the company and to your top leaders, who I hope will, you know, have a deeper understanding of what's going on in the leadership program. All right. Well, thanks a lot for participating today. Thanks, Miss Lily, for supporting me. Anything else you would like to say to the people, or are we done for now? It's good? Okay. All right, well, thank you very much for participation. I hope most of those who have participated were the actual leaders. If you aren't leaders, you know what you can strive for, what you can get if you work hard. All right? All right, then thank you very much. I guess we're done, if that's all right. Let me briefly take a look at the questions. I'm not gonna go through all of them, but let me save them. Yes. Okay, let me copy before we cut here. Thank you for the questions again. I'll copy the comments and your requests, and then I'll definitely take care of each one of them. And if I don't, the support definitely will. All right, well, thank you very much again, people. You have a great week ahead, and we will do more of these seminars as we go on, all right? So, all right, I hope everybody has a good rest of the Tuesday, and I'll see you more, maybe by the end of the week, maybe around next week or so. Things are picking up and becoming busier, so yeah, but I hope everybody stays in good health. And yeah, we can take this forward with even more positivity and force. Now, at least, you know how exciting it can be. All right, thank you. Bye-bye, ciao.